Hello, my name is Rick Lee Nelson Therrien. You guys will probably know me from my YouTube channel here. I play guitar and I write music. I've been playing since I was about 13 years old. And it was a funny story because I always wanted to play guitar ever since I was a child, like 6 years old. I remember seeing this guitar strap hanging on my wall. I didn't even know what the guitar strap was, but I decided, I'd use that one day, and I knew somehow I'd have something to do with that strap. And sure enough, I grew up and I never gave up on it. I always wanted to play guitar, and I wound up playing. And it happened after a bad episode in my life where I was sort of, I was into kind of pills when I was young. Very young age, I took benzodiazepines because I had severe ADD or ADHD at the time when I was a kid. I was very hyper. I was very, just went, wouldn't stop. And I was given these benzodiazepines to kind of calm me down. But I'm not sure, I can't quite remember because I was adopted, so I don't really know much about my history. But I think I started taking them myself, and then I had a couple overdoses and stuff. Um, I know I was taking them from about age 11 till about 17 for sure, and in large amounts, large quantities. But in age, 2, 3 years old, I was also taking them. Either they were prescribed for me and given to me, or I got into them or something. But um, I was left kind of impaired by it in a sense. But after my one episode when I was about maybe 13 years old, I took a bunch of them, and I wound up in a blackout for many months. After that, I just started playing guitar, and I picked up music, and I have these weird memories because I don't remember much of my childhood because of these pills I was taking. But I remember the song "Fine Again" by Seether, and I only heard the song maybe a year ago, less than that, maybe 8 months. I had not heard it since I was a kid, and I'm sure I remember that video from the song "Fine Again" by Seether. I even named a dog Seether that I had. But after that, after I was a child, like maybe once I was about 16, 17, I didn't remember that song at all. And I hadn't remembered it till about a year ago. I started listening to old tunes, old songs from my day, like Blink 182, Sum 41, Seether, Evanescence, that sort of thing. And stuff started coming back to me. And I remember playing the song "Fine Again" by Seether and singing it. And I became very, very, in a sense, good at guitar. I wasn't that good. I'm not a great guitarist, but I'm not, like a technical guitarist, and I don't know the theory and all that. But I know how to play by ear. I also play drums, bass, guitar, keyboards. I just got a Casio keyboard, full grand keyboard. It's 88 keys, 88 keys. Sorry, and it's just great. I just love playing it, and I muck around with it. The flats and sharps and the major keys and all that, and just muck around with it. But I'm learning it slowly, and I'm enjoying that. I also play harmonica. I can play spoons and stuff like that. And I know how to use a variety of distortion pedals, like wah pedals, talk boxes. I've taught all this myself. All the music that I know, everything you see on my channels, everything that you see that I wrote musically, or that I do solos, playing guitar, I've taught that all to myself. I've never had a moment of a lesson. And in fact, I had a counselor when I was young. His name was Perry Chafe from Pathways. I hope Perry gets a chance to watch this. I don't think he ever will, but I don't even think he's still around. I don't know. I was very young at the time. But I'm 39 now. But Perry Chafe, he helped me with guitar, and all he did was just sort of help me tune the guitar and show me how to tune it. Well, within 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, Perry said I surpassed him with the amount that I knew, and he went to high school and played guitar in high school. And he said, I can't help you anymore. Like after a few weeks, he says, you've surpassed what I can do. I was picking up songs off Smashing Pumpkins 1979. I was, I could play that. I could play all these different songs. I was just picking up by ear. I'm very eclectic in the amount of music I can play and the types of music I can play. I listen to everything from country to classical to heavy metal to rock to alternative to a little bit of everything. Even like Lady Gaga and stuff. I got into her and stuff. That was years after I got into music and stuff. But just something I wanted to switch into to just change the vibe of my music scene. And I just had a very weird life. I'd love to write an autobiography. Right now I'm in the process of writing a book for my publisher's poetry book. But I want to write an autobiography about my life because it's very strange, some of the things I've been through. My grandfather's René Descartes. He was a well-known psychic, clairvoyant, faith healer. He healed many people when I was growing up. He had psychic readings. He had many people come to house for psychic readings. We lived in an old 20 by 20 pine wood shack. I was there for years in Parham, Ontario, 10832 Parham, Ontario. And I lived there pretty much from age 6 to 26, 27, 28. And unfortunately, I had a drug problem all my life, very bad, life-threatening, basically. And so is my ADD. My ADD is life-threatening, and so is my mental illness, and my addiction, everything. And I've lived, and my seizure disorder. I also take seizures. I take grand mal seizures. The first seizure I took stopped my heart. And, I might have got a hypoxia from it, loss of oxygen to the brain. I do have brain damage from it. I was in a coma for 7 days. I'd have to take medication. I have to take 2 types of anticonvulsants, clonazepam and sodium dilantin. One to prevent seizures, which is the clonazepam. One to stop seizures, which is the sodium dilantin. What that means is one stops the seizure from happening, and the other stops it after it happens. So I need the 2 to keep me from dying, basically. I go into tachycardia or cardiac arrest when I take them sometimes. So, but I just want to come on here. I wanted to tell you guys, who I was. I've made a couple of videos before about my lifestyle, about what I'm going through, and I've deleted them just because I didn't want to create any waves. I didn't want to create any chaos. And I honestly don't know what's going on. Excuse me. I honestly don't know what's going on with my social media or anything because I don't check it a lot. And, my YouTube, I don't know if what I'm seeing is correct on, my videos and stuff. Probably is. I don't have a large following. I have like 131 subscribers and limited views. But I honestly think that, I might have more views. There's something going on with it. I don't know. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I just wanted to tell everybody that, I am a musician. My name is Rick Lee Nelson Therrien. I was born in Roberval, Quebec. And my mom was Cindy Lee Hoadley, rest your soul, Mom. And my dad is Ronald Kenneth Frederick Nelson. They're both wonderful people. My dad was an artist. He was a very artistic person, very wonderful person. My mom was just an angel, and I just wanted to kind of, speak to you guys and tell you about this. Now, my music channel, Rick Lee Nelson Therrien, my YouTube channel, I've been working on that for like 6 years. Everything you see there, that's all done by me. I've done it only on an iPhone 6 and an iPhone 8. I live in poverty. I've been on disability all my life, and I have absolutely nothing, and I have no money. I've lived fist to mouth all my life, and I'm struggling, basically. I had a PayPal sort of account, and I can't get into it now because somebody keeps changing the passwords. And I'm just sort of going by right now, just drifting by. I want the people to know that I truly appreciate everything that anybody does for support on my channel, or anybody that supports me, because I'm a very introverted person. I was raised basically by myself with my grandfather, and then it was just me and my ex-girlfriend. I was with her 12 years. We were soulmates. I consider my true love, and I've been parted from her now for almost 15 years, and I've never been with any other girl, and I'm celibate. I don't have sexual relations. I remain, free from sexual conduct or sexual activity. I know that sounds weird. I am a spiritualist. About 15 years ago, I took a psychological breakdown. I went delusional for about 3 months, still maintained myself, and wound up in the hospital for about a week and a half. That was it. My doctor got me out, and I got on a medication regime, and I healed myself. I started spirituality. I started studying a lot, because before that, for a few years, I studied and read and wrote a lot. And the next 2 years, 3 years, well, actually about 4 years after my psychological breakdown, I just wrote and studied and just went into this whole spiritual phase of my life. So now I consider myself a spiritualist. I consult. I am a consultant, so I advise anybody on spiritual things or life issues, addiction, mental illness, life problems. I try to give as much advice as I can, try to be as positive a person as I can. But I've had a very rough life. I've had it very hard. I've had very many struggles in my life, and people could not begin to imagine what I've been through, and they wouldn't believe it if I told them half of it. I've been deemed mentally ill. I've been deemed unsocial. I've been deemed a danger and a threat. I've been deemed not in my right mind, not being able to know what I'm doing. This is what I figure, just by the way people act around me, by the way people treat me, because nobody's honest with me. But you can see by my YouTube channels, I might be a little bit eccentric. I might be a little excited and, foolish. But I'm honestly, I believe, a good person. I believe that uh, I'm worth something in life, but a lot of people don't. And right now I'm living on a cusp of life and death. And with my addiction that I suffer right now, I currently use, unfortunately, I don't like to mention this, and this is a terrible thing for me to say, but I do use crystal meth for my ADD, and I use it, I self-medicate, and my doctor told me that. I don't use it excessively. I just use it enough to, cope and to slow me down, because I can get going like 100 miles an hour, then I'll, get going for a day and just go ballistic and do a bunch of physical activity, and then I'm done for 7 days because I have a bad back. I've injured my back. I have a broken shoulder. I got a broken hand. I got, a lot of injuries. I've walked all my life, so I've walked millions of miles, probably thousands, anyways. And my legs bother me a lot. I have dizziness that when I stand up, severe dizziness. I have headaches. Headaches so bad that my brain and my spine will feel like they're being clamped in a vice, like really hard every time my heart beats, and it's so bad I just roll around and cry. And it's very painful. It's the worst pain you could imagine. In the last year, I've suffered the worst pain you can imagine. I think I had kidney stones, especially from being dehydrated. And the pain was so bad, I was screaming out loud at the top of my lungs. I've never done that in my life, even breaking my clavicle and everything. I never screamed like that. And I was in so much pain, it lasted for about maybe 2.5, 3 hours. I went into a stupor. I went delusional and just kind of dazed off and went into space. I couldn't take the pain. I literally thought I was going to go crazy. I couldn't even think. I thought to myself, I was trying to think maybe I could get up to my neighbors and get to a phone or get some help or something, and I couldn't. I couldn't even think to rationalize those thoughts, to get somewhere, to get help. That's how bad the pain was. It was so bad I was on the floor, just curled up in a little ball, like, just screaming. And I've been in multiple situations where it's just been so much pain in my life, and emotional pain as well. I suffer, like I say, I suffer mental illness, and I have a lot of certain problems in my life. But I stay positive. I do the best I can, and I believe that I can do better if I choose to. But I wanted to let you know that I am struggling right now, and any support would be good. Uh, I don't expect anything from you guys at all, and I just wish I could, get something out of the things I've given in life, especially my YouTube channel. And I don't know if anybody's donated anything, because I have a PayPal account that I put on some of my videos, but there seems to be nothing in it, and I lost access to it. So hopefully it's not active and has money in it, and I'm left it out of it, kicked out of my account, and there's money in it, and I'm losing out on it, because I could really use that money. I could really use any financial support. I made a GoFundMe account, or a GoFundMe page, and that went nowhere. So who knows with that? There could be money in that. I could have made money on that, but people hacked my account, I do believe, to my Wi-Fi or my email, and that's no lie. Even anybody that uses my devices can see that. So yeah, my Apple verification just came up. Comes up all the time, and I can't do anything about it because somebody changed my password. So I even had the password saved in my phone, and I put the password in directly from my phone, and it still doesn't work. So obviously somebody's hacking my account. And everybody says I'm crazy because I have mental illness, and I'm introverted, and I don't talk to a lot of people. So they just think all this stuff that I say is just, well, he's just making it up. He doesn't have any hackers. He's just looking for attention. But if you can see the person that I am, and you can see that I am, coherent, I'm sane to a degree. I might have, mental issues, but I'm not a person that is a danger. I'm not a person that is a threat. I'm not a person that is not aware of what I'm doing. I'm totally aware of what I'm doing. I'm totally, I understand what is good, what is bad, and I do what is good. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. And anybody that knows me will tell you that. Unfortunately, people are trying to break that, or kind of sully that sort of reputation, because they see that I'm trying very hard, and I overcame a intravenous drug addiction. I don't use needles anymore. I overcame that. I overcame a severe addiction to many substances. Now all I use is my medication and the crystal meth that I use. Unfortunately, I had it tested, and there is fentanyl in it. So that is something I'm trying to overcome. I'm trying to get away from the methamphetamine right now. I'm on Ritalin to help me with that, and I'm on methadone as well, because I was addicted to opioid pills. My addiction could kill me. My mental illness could kill me. My seizures could kill me, or people could kill me. They see somebody that is doing something with their life, somebody that's addicted, who does crystal meth, yet doesn't lie, doesn't steal, doesn't, cheat people. Very honest, very straightforward, very, real. I don't, and anybody could test that. I don't, I give you, anybody, if you're here in Kingston, Ontario, come to my door and ask me or talk to me. You can tell probably right now that I'm not, lying to you, but it's hard to tell nowadays because everybody lies. But I just want people to believe me and know that I'm not a bad person, that I'm trying my best, and my reputation, my history can account for that. It's been 15 years since I've ever had anything wrong with the law. The last thing I had problems with the law with was a care and control charge. I was just sitting behind the wheel, listening to music, and they charged me with care and control, which I understand. I was drunk, I was behind the wheel, but they seen I had a really big problem because I was only like 26 when this happened, and it was maybe like my sixth charge or something. I had a fair record at the time. But they gave me a breathalyzer test, and my blood alcohol was 0.33, I think, or 0.32. And if I had gotten 2 points higher, I would have broke the record for that entire county of the highest blood alcohol level at 26. The guy that broke that before was like 36, and he was, or 46, and he was a diehard alcoholic. So they seen that I had a severe problem because I was still talking to them, I was still coherent. I might have been slurring my words, and I fell out of the car and everything, was stumbling a bit. But for me to still be conscious and talking and answering the questions and still know what they were saying is amazing for a blood level of 0.32. My buddy had a blood alcohol level of 0.27, and he was unconscious. They couldn't wake him. You couldn't rouse him. He was out in the backseat of the car. So that'll give you an idea of how bad my addiction is. I want to get as much help with this addiction as I can, but I don't seem to be getting any help. My mom just passed away about 2 years ago on June 27th. Rest in peace, Mom. On 2021, sorry. And that was very hard on me. It's broken my heart, and it's left me with nothing. I have my girlfriend's gone, my house is gone, all my possessions are gone. I lost everything. I walked away from my house for 20 years, my home house, my childhood home, with what I could put on my back, and in a briefcase and in a bag. Went out to BC, and that was it. BC, Canada. My dad disowned me because I used drugs. The only person I had left was my mom, and she died of 4 types of cancer: stomach, bone, brain, and lung cancer. And it happened very suddenly. I had to be the one to make all the medical decisions for her. Unfortunately, every choice I made put her further into basically an unresponsive stage, and she passed away. It took it very hard. People think that I didn't care about her and that I was just a, selfish son, but I really loved her with all my heart. And now I'm left with nothing. And I'm not trying to make a sob story. I'm not trying to win your sympathy. I'm just trying to tell it how it is. I want people to know who I am. I want people to know that I'm not a bad person. And if I am, that's simply because I have to be. This world is rough. This life is rough. And I just want the respect and the acknowledgement that I've earned. I don't want anything more than I've earned, and I don't want anything more than I'm rightfully responsible or rightfully credited to. I'm a writer. I'm a artist. For what I've done in my life is just amazing. I believe learning music and learning how to play guitar and all the instruments I've done on my own is just fantastic and shows a great keen ability, a great intellectual ability, and a great creative ability. I might be tooting my own horn, so to speak, but I do believe that. So I just want to come on here and tell everybody that, especially on my YouTube channel, that this is me. You've probably seen me before make these videos, but I deleted them. I just want to say I'm in a rough situation right now. I'm living in bad accommodations, but my landlord, I do believe, is a very good person, and I do believe that he's looking out for the best for me, and I hope that's right. With my mental illness, it's hard to tell. My roommates right now are very good people, I do believe, and they've sort of helped me a lot, and I want to hope that they will stand by that, and they will keep me in their hearts and hands, I guess. I know I'm a very unusual person. I'm very seemingly weird and strange, but if you talk to me, I'm quite normal. I'm misunderstood. So I'm Rick Lee Nelson Therrien, born in Roberval, Quebec, December 29th, 1984. I live here in Kingston, Ontario. I've lived in this area for basically all my life, and I'm just trying to get something done with my life. I want to write my book. I want to get a better YouTube channel, because like I say, I've done this all with an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 6. and I've done this all with GarageBand and Video Star, and that's it, my camera. So everything on this YouTube channel is done with that alone, because I can't afford anything else. The guitars I have alone took me over 2 years basically to pay off, and they were only worth about $1,000, $1,100, $800, and took me that long to pay them off. So I'll tell you something. I've struggled and strived for everything I've ever had in my life. I've never had anything come easy, and I've never had anything, given to me really. And if I have, it's very meager things. I don't ask for much. I hardly ask for anything. But I am asking you guys now to please just acknowledge me. Please, if you can support me, or even just give me the awareness that these videos are being seen, or these videos are not being sort of, I don't know, stopped or kept from the public, or infiltrated, and whatever. So like I say, I do believe I have a hacker, or some hackers that are hacking my account, my Wi-Fi, and my email. My email is Rick Therrien, RickTherrien 876 @gmail.com. I don't know if I should give you that information, but I am. If you want to contact me, you can. My social media is, my Facebook is under Rick Lee Nelson, RickLeenelson. I have an Instagram as well. You can check that out. I'm going to try to get on TikTok. I'm going to try to do some more platforms to get out there a little bit more. So you might see me a little bit more, and hopefully I can make something more of myself. I love you guys all. Thank you very much for everything you've done, all your support, all your care, all your regards. It means so much to me, and I will come on here as often as I can to show you that I'm still here, well, and making videos. If you like my music, please hit a like on any video, on all videos, and subscribe. Like I say, I'm not asking for anything. I just want the acknowledgement that maybe I deserve. I don't know. Maybe I'm a loser and I've done nothing with my life, and this is all a pipe dream. I don't know, but I like to think that I've done good things. So anyway, I might make another video here just to throw on just some more details and information about my life, some things I've done. But till then, thank you very much. I'm glad you joined me today, and I had a good time making this video. Got to talk a little bit about myself and a little bit about my life and stuff. I want people to know my history and my where I come from. So thank you all. Like I say, hit that like and subscribe button if you want, and I will talk to you again later. If I can make a music video today, or a couple of music videos, I will. And to everybody, cheers, be well, and peace to all, and all in peace. Love yous. Take care.